When you make the waist smaller, you by definition make the butt look bigger because the proportions change. And so I will tell a lot of patients that when we do this love handle and this lower back, it gets your waist in so good that it can't do anything but make your butt look kind of rounder, which is really good. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lipstick and Lipo, your unfiltered guide to plastic surgery. I'm one of your co-hosts, Dr. Ashley Amalfi, board-certified plastic surgeon, joined by my dear friend and colleague, Dr. Smita Ramanathan, also board-certified plastic surgeon. Hi, girlie.
Hi, girl. How are you?
I'm so good. We have a great new series for you guys, and this is like exactly what you want. These are the top Google searches related to plastic surgery. So this is going to take up quite a chunk of time, but we're going to go through all of these random topics that you guys want to know about. And we are here to give you good, easy to understand information.
Absolutely.
So, Smita, do you want to spill the beans on the first one?
Sure.
This is like weird that this is the most Google searched
I know.
topic.
It's literally, I think, number one. So it's about BBL, so Brazilian butt lift. The question really is, what is a BBL and who is a good candidate for it? Which I agree. I mean, that's crazy that that's the most Googled question about plastic surgery, because I would think it would be something about breast augmentation, implants, liposuction.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows, right? There's so many other rhinoplasty.
Because those are more common.
They're more common.
Right? Those are more popular surgeries. Butt lifts are not, they're trending, like it's kind of like a new little fad that we're seeing, but they're certainly not the most common plastic surgery procedure. And BBL is also the name of a laser, which is a little confusing.
Exactly.
But BBL, right? But BBL stands for Brazilian butt lift, which is really just like a butt augmentation with that, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't. Do you do a lot of these in your practice, Ash?
No, I really don't. Number one, no one is really asking me about it. It's not necessarily like the look that the patients in upstate New York are going for. And number two, you have to be really meticulous with the way you do this surgery so that it is safe. And there are ways to do it safely, but it has not been something that's been a big strategy of mine to add to my plate. How about you?
Yeah. I do some similar, demographic. I don't think I have a lot of patients that are asking for it. And certainly my patients are not asking for the really augmented, over exaggerated buttock appearance. So for me, it's more of the subtraction addition, so I like subtract from the waistline, really liposuction, the abdomen, the lower back, the love handles, and then whatever fat I have, I'll add it to the buttock, but just to fill in any contour irregularities. So if there's any depressions or hip dips, things along those lines.
Hip dips, yes.
Yeah, like I'll use the fat just to improve the contour, but not necessarily to really like make the butt bigger. So I definitely don't do large volume. I think the most I ever do on each side is maybe 500 cc's, which, at the end of the day, once a year goes by, there's, a fraction of that left. So it's really about doing the liposuction in my mind to get those nice results. But yeah.
When you make the waist smaller, you by definition make the butt look bigger because the proportions change. And so I will tell a lot of patients that when we do this love handle and this lower back, it gets your waist in so good that it can't do anything but make your butt look kind of rounder, which is really good. And then hip dips, which you brought up, which I do a lot too. That's kind of that little natural depression you get on the side of your gluteus muscle. So that little indent that you have on the side of your butt as it goes down into your hip. And a lot of people like the round look of that. So we definitely will do those safely.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the key, like you mentioned, is it has to be safe, right? I think we hear so many horror stories. And if you look at the overall numbers for BBLs, it has the highest morbidity and mortality rates just because you have these surgeons who half the time are not board certified plastic surgeons. And, the other part of the time, they're just putting in so much fat without really understanding the anatomy and sort of the danger zones of where you need to stay away from. And so that's why we hear there's a lot of bad press about BBLs, rightly so.
Yeah. So make sure you find a board certified plastic surgeon that is in an accredited facility and that does a lot of these, because you want to make sure you're doing it very, very safely, because if not, that's kind of what you've heard here first. It can be really dangerous. So this one is really important. You should not be price shopping. You should not be traveling. You should find an accredited surgeon and facility to get this done the right way.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, so who's a good candidate? I guess that's the second part of the question. I think in my mind, right, it's everybody, it's similar to most of our other plastic surgery procedures, right? You want to be in good general health, non-smoker, normal BMI. So, we're not really doing this. At least my cutoff is about 35. I don't know what yours is, Ash. For BMI.
We don't go over 35.
35. So you want to be in good health, but you also have to have good expectations of what the surgery can really deliver.
Awesome. You got it.
All right.
Well, find the right doc, and we will keep answering all of your burning questions. So make sure you guys subscribe and listen on YouTube and Spotify, and we will see you soon.
See you guys next week. Bye, Ash.